is that she helps manage the social media for the company, which is Instagram, Facebook, etc., to try and further the message and spread awareness on the company and what it does and what its goals are, setting out a roadmap for the company and setting out eventual goals for the company and helping to make sure that different people in the company, including her and including all of her colleagues, are working towards that goal, just so that Hylobiz is eventually successful.
My mother, Shiva Thomas, was introduced in Hylobiz as a mother of two beautiful daughters. I am one of them. Now she is not only a mother but a smart working woman. She is a marketing executive. In COVID times, I am having online classes and my mother also started working from home. I always see her searching, designing, writing, posting and having meetings. She also helps me and my sister in our studies. I will give her grade A1 for her focus and hard work. At times, I am upset when she is very busy. I know she needs our support the way she supports us. She was so happy when she got a new position. I am proud of her and I wish her all the best and happy Women's Day.
Hello everyone, my name is Oishi Chakraborty. This is my brother Ishan. Our mother's name is Madhumita Chakraborty. She is a content marketing lead in Hylobiz. She is a part of a team that creates engaging content for Hylobiz. Our mother is also a creative writer, a poet and a storyteller. Being a professional, being our mother, being the glue in our family must be tough. But she does all that with a smile. We are lucky to have you, Mommy. Wishing a happy Women's Day to all you strong women.
Survey's elder sister. I am a software engineer working for JP Morgan Chase. Survey is 7 years younger to me and I have literally seen her growing from crying for chocolates to dealing with her teenage problems. But now I see her as a growing, strong, independent woman. I have seen her managing her work and family very well. She is very passionate about her work. She is a very strong woman and she is working really hard and taking decisions independently. That makes me really proud. I wish her more successes in life and I wish her all the best.
So this marks a very happy International Women's Day to all, and we will be starting the live session now. On a daily basis, women change multiple hats every day. Aunt, wife, mentor, boss, daughter, sister, leader, and the list goes on. I guess it was difficult to state in so many words together that multitasker was a title which women were not even given, but they gave it a new meaning. Hylobiz celebrates women not just on International Women's Day, but every day for being their remarkable, unique selves. We encourage and support self made women entrepreneurs to break the bias and grow their business. An unbiased and inclusive society cannot be built in a day, and we need to collectively break the bias every day. Today, we have with us Ms. Sheba Thomas, a social channels marketing executive who is truly a wonder woman, mother of two Yashna and Shailin, who are her source of strength, sharing and living through a great bond of life and discovering her professional self through the journey. We welcome you, Sheba, to the live session.
Hi Ditya, I'm truly excited and thanks for having me. And
And
warm
next
hello
up,
to the audience.
And next up, we have Survi Suman, our developer at Hylobiz, who began her journey with us as a product intern and made her own place. A jolly person who lightens up the room with her personality. Welcome, Survi, to the live session.
Thank you, Nitya, for having me.
Two She Heroes of Hylobiz, with me as your host, Nitya Pandey, Social Channels Marketing Executive at Hylobiz. With two different experiences of life, Sheba and Survi will be discussing how maintaining a healthy work life balance can be a good for your children, family, and you. We'll begin with the questions for you, Survi and Shiba. There has been two views about work from home setup. It brought peace for a constant hustle and running around during the pandemic, or it was a disaster to find the peace of mind in work from home during the lockdown. Which among the two was the case for you, Survi?
When I started working, I was very young. I never traveled alone in my life but coming to Bangalore to start my career was a bit challenging for me because of the place where I grew up. I never got stuck in such scary traffics, and this is what traumatized me at first. Now, when I talk about my office environment, the people were really nice. But being a fresher, I had to struggle because everything was new for me. It took time to get used to the technologies that I was working on. Also, I had to travel 11 kilometers every day, one way. So, most of the time uh, of my beginning as a professional, I spent traveling. So obviously, it brought peace from the constant hustle and running around, because being a girl, you have to manage the household along with the work, and with the pandemic, I felt like I have so much time now. So, but before the pandemic, traveling and getting ready for the work, it used to consume a lot of time. So, this sudden break from running around, it felt so good.
It definitely was a piece, but I missed going out, meeting people, and having the flow of excitement towards the day. But Shiba, what was your weekend before the pandemic?
Nitya, you were breaking, I guess, but I could
You lost your
hear.
voice.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that. So I was asking, there was a difference between the weekend and pandemic and weekend that we experience now. Is there a difference between the two for you?
Yeah, definitely. The way we spend our weekends has changed after COVID. Previously, there were more of outdoor activities, but now we try to make it more entertaining at home itself. I like to rest after a busy week, but I have to spend time with my kids. And sometimes we go out for shopping and pamper myself, and we watch our favorite movies. Now, there are some plans and wishes of kids, so I need to fulfill them, but it's not a complete switch off from work. I take a look at the coming week schedule and spend a little time planning and thinking of ideas. So this is how my weekend looks like.
I suppose it would have been a major task settling in work from home, but at the same time, creating a wall between the office hours and the personal life. Does your family understand your work and priorities, Survi?
Being the youngest child, my family knew that I'm very notorious. It was kind of hard for them to believe that my little Survi has grown up and she is earning now because I was a very pampered kid of my house. I still remember the happiness on their faces when I got my first salary. They always gave me a personal space so that I could concentrate and succeed in life. I would like to thank my family for being very supportive because it was not possible without them. So, of course, yes, my family has been the greatest support for me because without their support, you won't have the correct peace of mind to work, complete the tasks in time, or speak up in the meeting.
I think family support is something that comes in very handy when you are struggling to manage everything. While it is important to maintain a healthy work life balance, it is also important to spend time with yourself and for your well being. In the hustle to achieve, a part of us wants the rest too. So, are there times when you are demotivated and when you lack concentration? How do you cope with it, Shiva?
Yeah, Nitya, this is so true. There are times when we are low on energy and we are not in our complete form. We wonder why it's not working and we are out of focus. So, in this situation, two things work best for me. One of them is good music. I listen to my favorite songs and it makes me feel good. It's kind of distracts me from which what is bothering me. So I take a quick break, listen to my favorite songs, and then get back to work. And the second thing I would say that works for me is I try to practice on a regular basis are the yoga exercises. They are magical. They relax my body and mind and help me to cope up with bad mood and demotivation. So, having said that, I would recommend the audience watching there to take time out for yourself. Self love is important. We should not ignore the signals of mental issues or health issues or anxiety issues, whatever. So they need equal attention. So we should find ways to release our stress and detoxify ourselves. Once we learn to cope up with them, we feel more productive and full of energy. So that's all.
I would not even wonder why you are so well maintained throughout the day. I truly call you a Wonder Woman for that. What's your go-to activity, Survi, when you feel demotivated and you feel all like wound up between things?
Well, every person has different methodologies. I have mine. When I am demotivated and lack concentration, I listen to electronic musics, go for a walk, or sit on the terrace. When you are in a bad situation, all you need is to sit with yourself. This works heavenly for me.
A self time is all you need
Yeah,
after a very hectic weekend. So it has been about 1 year since you've been a part of Hylovis, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
How do you think
Uh,
was your professional? Yeah. So, how do you think was your beginning as a professional and your journey so far? I'll give the question to Shiva first.
Yeah, thank you, Nitya. I think it was never a planned beginning. I just began with helping one of my freelancer friend, just by helping her. So that was in the marketing field. So she introduced me to some of the basics, and later I got the opportunity to work in a fintech called Hylobiz. So till now, it has been a great experience, and uh, the work environment is completely flexible. I'm working from home, so it's a bonus for me. And I discovered my professional self here. It made me confident and independent. I got a platform to apply my knowledge. So by far, it has been an incredible journey.
Thank you, Shiva. So, how was your professional journey with Hylobiz, Survi?
my initial experience with my colleagues was good. We were six people who were hired together. I still remember how we cleared the interview, but we all are scattered now. We all are working in different companies. Also, I had great mentors. They gave their good time to explain the work to us because we were all very new to the work. So I also used to get scolded because I was not good at the time management, and I used to miss the meetings because of my unawareness. But I will say, by doing such mistakes, I have learned a lot. At least now I don't get scolded because of the time management. And now that I have joined Hylobiz, to be very honest, I am glad to say that I have been working with very amazing people. I have got very good mentors, and they are very polite and helpful. And when you are working with them, you will learn a lot. I would say that my beginning as a professional was good. It was challenging, but it was good. There were some times when I got panicked and worried, but it was worth it. I have learned a lot from such experience.
Would you like to share some of your learnings with us?
Me?
Yeah. So Shiba, one of your like biggest learning when you have been working with with our company.
I think I managed to, I learned to manage time and prioritize things actually. And the main thing I learned is planning. Actually, without the plan, like it shatters. So the main thing I learned is planning and time management.
Which is very important in everyday life. So, what I would say is there are constant numerous topics that never change through the generations, but the thought process through them and the change. Hello, hello.
You are
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So, over the period of time, we have always seen that there are numerous topics that never change through the generations, but the thought process and the point of views towards those topics changes through time. So, I would place a few of those topics before you. For Shiba, first of all, I would like to ask: do you agree that women should support each other for a better future?
Certainly, Nitya, I agree and strongly endorse it. I believe whenever possible, we should offer a helping hand, and whenever needed, we should ask for support. You know, in my case, the career journey on the timeline is not been a usual one. Like we study, we work, and we have a family, we have kids, then we take a break and then come back to work. But in my case, I studied, I had family, I raised my kids, and then I have come to work. So I was in a dilemma like, where will I fit in? Will I be accepted? Is the gap too long to be filled in? So then I met my writer friend Samisha. She encouraged me and said, believe in yourself. And then there is no harm in trying. Go for it. So I tried. Then I came across Lakshmi Thampi, our digital marketing head, and also my mentor. She gave me the chance, you know. She gave me the platform to learn, work, and gain experience. She motivated me and like, you can do this. Take one step at a time and reach out to me whenever you are stuck. Take help of the team. So, you know, she's always ready with the tips and ideas and feedbacks and all of them. So, with such a conducive environment, supportive team, and guiding mentors, I think here I am, ambitious career woman talking about women empowerment today. So, there cannot be a better example where women supports other women to grow and have a better future.
There is no doubt our whole Hylovis team is a place which is led by powerful women who guide us through different phases, different mistakes that we make, and then lift each other up. So I would definitely agree that this is very important for women to support each other in various like steps of life. It would be a major motivation for those who hold themselves back due to various reasons. So, Survi, my second topic would be for you. Do you feel that the equal opportunities in workplace are still restricted to the debates, Or does the debate still prevail on over the topic equal opportunities?
No, I don't think that this is an era where topic this crucial are restricted to debates. Initiative and changes starts from the bigger perspective and then reaches to the smaller corners of the world. It would not be possible in just a day. It will take time. These changes have begun at bigger perspective, and this transition period is the right time to inculcate these changes in our newer generation and create a stronger mindset to the young adults and women in business. So, if I am supposed to have a say in this on how things have changed over the period of time, the revolution has definitely taken place, and it won't be much long when the topic would not even remain one but a normalized essence of the past struggle.
I would agree. Even if it takes time, I'm sure the younger generation that is about to come would bring a different perspective, a newer viewpoint, and acceptance toward the sensitive topic of gender equality. And I think it would not even prevail after a few years. That's my view on that. Well, I would suggest that these topics would prevail from time to time or would be taken away. That's up to the time. Well, we at Hylobiz celebrate today, the International Women's Day, by encouraging and supporting self made women entrepreneurs to break the bias. What does the hashtag break the bias mean to you, and what can be done in an organization like ours to improve? Also, is there something that you liked about Hylobiz work culture? I'll pass on the question to Sheba first.
Yes, Nitya. So I think a break the bias refers to changing things that restrict a woman from going ahead. Like it's about taking stand against the common prevailing stereotypes present in the society that work against the development of women. Gender equality cannot be accepted as normal, you know, be it in the educational field or profession or business, wherever. So we need to work on it together, beginning from me, you, we, our family, our organization, and then in the society. Talking about the work culture like Hyderabad, the environment is free from bias, I would say. It's open and inclusive. Talent is what matters here, and there are equal opportunities for us. I think the percentage of women in Hellobiz is much more than the male members in the team. So that itself reflects that what the culture is there. So it's about the well-being of each one of us. It's a shared progress. We maintain transparency, and a smooth and healthy communication is always floating over. So we are already in the path of breaking the bias.
That's true. Survi, what is your take on the hashtag break the bias? And is Hylobiz a place that encouraged breaking you amongst your walls of thought process?
To me, break the bias means a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, where we all are treated as a human, where differences is valued and celebrated. The daughters have equal value, respect, and the right to speak, just like the sons. The female worker to be given the same opportunities to rise, just like the male workers, where the strength is not determined by the gender because women are not weak. This is just a misconception created by the world. Women can do wonders. Women should break the bias and come forward fighting for themselves because individually we all are responsible for our own thoughts and action all day and every day. We can break the bias in our communities, workplace, schools, colleges, and universities. Nothing is impossible if you have the right intention.
That's true. With the right intention, you can obviously break the bias every day. But first, break the bias from within you that is holding you back from achieving things in life. And if something goes wrong, there is always a solution to that. Another door to open and work your way through it. So, as the time passes, we are ushering towards a world led by females through various decades of life. And womanhood is something that has different meanings and different perspectives for everyone. I would like to ask you both, what defines womanhood for you? Shiba,
So
first, please.
womanhood to me, like it's such a vast thing. It includes almost everything. It's about creating and nurturing. It's about being delicate and strong at the same time. Being constructive is the inbuilt ability in women. It's about being silent and bold at the same time. So it's also about building boundaries. It involves a lot of struggle. So it is also about accepting the perks that God has given only to women. You know, but the fact here also lies that throughout womanhood, a woman has to face, fight, and break through the boundaries, stereotypes, biases, norms all around, present all around. So that hampers her growth and also stops her from being herself. So there is a constant effort also going on where a woman is trying to find peace with the surroundings and find a happy place for her. So this is womanhood for me.
That's true. Womanhood is such a one word that contains so many perspectives to it. May it be nurturing or like care, taking care of, or being the powerhouse of the home, or like a person or an individual who keeps the task going. It's the
Mhm.
glue of a family. The
Yes.
perspective just doesn't end. I think Survi got disconnected.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We would like to know your views on that. You are also a young working woman, and by now you must have learned to balance work and personal life. So, what's your take on this?
So it's not been quite long since I joined Hylobiz or I entered the work culture. I did something apart from my college life, but this is something that actually gave me the real professional work environment to explore my things. And I had this predefined notion that it is very easy to maintain work and professional life when you are going to office in the morning and coming back and then giving rest of your time to your personal life. But I think that came to a halt or a disruption when the work from home setup came in, and all of my notions were like devastated. I didn't know how to manage things every day. And I used to struggle initially very much. But then I realized one thing, and that was it was very important to take care of your work and at the same time take care of your mental peace. And then I decided on one thing of creating the wall between both of them. I think I don't remember the time when I realized that it's time for me to give up on the screen timing that I use actually very much from morning to evening. So I made this rule for myself that as soon as the office ends around 6 or 7, I don't touch my mobile phone or any sort of screen after that. It's me, my fun activities that keep me involved, or my brother who keeps me engaged through the day. We fight, we laugh, and then it's never the screen timing or work related stuff in during that time. As soon as I log into work, it's the work. As soon as I log out of work, it's my professional life. So that wall was very important for keeping up with my mental health.
So true, Nitya, and so correctly said that that is how we maintain the balance between our personal life and work life, right?
That's true. So, Survi got disconnected, but I had this one thing in mind that it's
Mhm.
very important to acknowledge your individuality and yourself when you are always around the hustle and doing things for others. It's important to acknowledge yourself. So, in today's world, which revolves around things, which expects women to do things for them, it doesn't change over the time. So what are the three things that you realized about yourself or three adjectives that you would give yourself, and and some sort of an incident that made you realize that, yeah, this word is something that I would like give to myself, that because this incident made me realize who I am. Three adjectives from you, Shiba.
Yeah, this is an interesting question. First word I would say would be simple, because I like simplifying things, and I small and simple things make me happy. I like simplicity, and simplicity is attractive. So you can call me simple. The second word would be honest. I think I'm very straightforward and candid. I stay away from twisting and turning things. And although it's not always a best policy, but I try to be honest and stay straightforward. So, and the third word would be intuitive. Our gut feeling, the sixth sense of women. I think I have a strong one, and I use it in my decision making. So the three words would be simple, honest, and intuitive.
Okay. One thing I would agree with you is that the intuition thing, I think that is very strong for females. Intuition and gut feeling. And
Yeah.
it plays a very important part of taking decisions. I think Survey is joining back.
Hmm.
Wait a second. I'm so sorry for the delay. Just a moment. I think there is some trouble with the network. So, I
Should we wait or should we proceed, Nitya? What do you
I
think?
think just a tech trouble. Just 2 minutes, Shiba.
Yeah.
We were almost approaching the end of the live session and the questionnaire, but I
What
think
do you
Survi
think?
should add to.
Hi,
Survi is back. Thank you, Survi, for joining in back. Was I hope the network is stable now.
yeah, it's better. Can't assure.
Okay, no worries. So we are almost thorough with a few questions from Shiba. Let's move to you. So we were about to ask you, what defines womanhood for you?
Okay. So I remember when I was very young, my mother always told me and my sisters only one thing, that women should be financially independent. You should be responsible for your finances and be financially independent so that you don't have to rely on someone else. But being the youngest child, I never got to know the importance of earning. until I graduated. I was not aware what employment means until I was under the pressure and a lot of judgments. But now, as I'm a working woman, I strongly believe that a working woman becomes financially independent and will have a greater control over their own life. This encourages women to stand against physical and emotional abuse, enabling them to handle social issues and pressures on their own.
That's true. It definitely gives a decision making authority to you for taking your own decisions in your life, and gives you a sense of freedom to explore. Now we asked Sheba a question, very important one, to realize what she is, to realize one's self worth. She gave us three words: intuitive and simple, and one more. So what are those three adjectives that you would give yourself to define yourself or to identify yourself as an individual? And we would also like you to share an incident related to those adjectives that made you realize them. Survi? Hello? Survi? I think the network got poor again.
She got stuck, it seems.
Mhm. So we should proceed, I think. Okay, the network is back. Survi, are we audible to you? Okay, extremely slow. So the network is gone, and we are almost approaching the end of this live session. And I hope that every woman out there realizes their potentials and breaks the barrier, grow, and evolve into a better version of themselves. And we are moving toward the end of live session. I would like you to share a message with everyone on the occasion of the International Women's Day. Shiba.
Yeah, yeah. Today is a special day. I wish you all a very happy Women's Day. And you know, our company, Hylobiz, is fully loaded with women power, right from the co founder to the head of the department, sales personnel, engineers, developers, writers. There is majority of women. So it feels pleasure to invite the women entrepreneurs there watching us to join us and experience the better way of running a business, have smooth cash flows, and have a happy, healthy business. So this is the message for all the women
I hope
entrepreneurs. Yeah.
I hope that your message empowers the women entrepreneurs out there, and to make see themselves grow. With Hylobiz, we invite them to attain the offer and make full use of our platform. So thank you for joining in the live session, and we wish all the women's and powerful people out there a very happy Women's Day. Thank you very much, Shiva.
Thank you, Nitya.